This is the Astros Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Houston Astros, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And look at that, the Astros bats do it once again tonight, stepping up and bailing out a pitching staff that suddenly can't get any outs. Okay, not everybody on the pitching staff can't get any outs, but some of their starters sure can't. Some of their bullpen arms sure can't. But one thing has been for sure in this series against the Baltimore Orioles is that they are actually stepping up at the plate when they need to step up more than maybe any time this season, as the Astros pound out 9 runs to beat the Orioles 8 tonight in Game 3 of this 4-game weekend series. Hello and welcome to the Locked On Astros Postcast. I am your host, Michael Connor. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello if you're watching live. If you're watching later on, we also appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Come back after every game. We're right here live when they finish, hopefully most of the time after a victory, which is exactly what they got again tonight. And a chance, setting up a chance tomorrow for a sweep of this 3-game series. Tonight's episode of the Locked On Astros Postcast is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. Enter for your chance to win a dream golf trip for 2 to any golf tournament in the USA. Visit 5hewin.com for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters tournament. Ends October 31st, 2025. So what are you walking away from this one talking about more than anything else?
This is what you'll be talking about.
I don't want to bring negative energy to a show where the Astros just won a baseball game. Like, I genuinely do hate doing that. I am excited tonight. The Astros won a game. They've won 3 consecutive games when they've needed to win 3 consecutive games in the worst way. They need to win a 4th straight tomorrow. As we're doing this show live, the Mariners and the A's are playing. Let's see if the A's can help the Astros tonight. They could not last night. They had a lead for a while and did not hold on to it. It is currently a scoreless baseball game between those two. I'll be keeping an eye on that one, though. Of course, actually, when I get done with this show, I'll be sitting down and watching the rest of that one in all likelihood. The the A's are currently batting, as, again, I'm doing this show in the second with the bases loaded, but with 2 outs. So, go A's, go. Please figure something out to help out the Astros. Excuse me. For some reason, I just decided, just going to peel the curtain back for you. I decided I was going to down a bunch of ice cream right before I did the show. Probably not my best move. The Astros, though, tonight, look, they have a massive pitching problem right now. I mean, it is massive. Not getting a pitcher at the deadline, a starter, and honestly some relief help is going to come back and bite them in the backside if they don't get some guys healthy. Now, if Josh Hader comes back actually healthy and can pitch this year, great. Bennett Sousa is not going to be reevaluated in September. He's probably done for the season as well. If he can come back, great. They are so snake bitten when it comes to pitching right now. They've got all these guys we always talked about. We talked about it a lot, and they talked about it too. Part of why they didn't go out and overextend for a pitcher for the 2nd consecutive year. They've got Javier coming back, and they've got Lance McCullers coming back, and they've got JP France, who ends up getting, optioned directly to AAA, doesn't even come back up. They got all these things, all these guys coming back. Luis Garcia coming back soon, hopefully. It's great and all. But to expect those guys to come back and be great immediately is silly. It's not plausible. Not logical. They're going to struggle. I know that Javier was sick, is what he said. And they said in the last one, that's why he left. He was solid in his first start back against Boston. I actually went to both of his starts in the homestand. The first one, he had some rough go of it in the first inning, but then he settled and he got through 5. The second one was, not good, to put it the least. And then he left the game sick. And then tonight was downright horrific. Just horrible. It's hard to come back from a surgery as significant as that and be efficient and sharp every time out. It's just not going to click immediately. But with where this team is at in the calendar, currently August 23rd, they have to have it. Christian Javier's got to snap out of it. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not putting any sort of consideration towards Lance McCullers being that guy. It's been a godsend that Jason Alexander's pitched the way that he has and basically forced you into starting him. Like they have to have Alexander continue to be what he's been. At some point, maybe they'll get Garcia back. But like what they're doing these last few weeks, and a night like tonight's another example of it, is not sustainable pitching-wise. They've already beaten the you-know-what out of their bullpen. Their bullpen is also on top of it, got injuries in it. And it's exposed other guys as the season has moved along to where they are not as reliable in leverage situations as they were earlier in the year. There's, 162 game season. They're all human too. They're going to struggle. And some of those guys are struggling. And it's all come to the head right now to where this team getting a day off on Monday. Good Lord, could they? From a standpoint of the hitting, you don't love it, but the pitching needs the day off. And they also need some starters to go out there and give them some sort of length. You just can't continue to be asked, I should say, to cover as many innings as the bullpen is having to cover. And look, tomorrow, Eric Getty's scheduled to pitch. Raise your hand if you have any faith at all in Spencer Arrighetti getting deep in the game. Okay. I don't see any hands raised because you're on the other side of a computer or your listening device or your phone, whatever it might be. But I also am not raising my hand. I don't have any faith in that. So it's a godsend right now. And this is where we transition to the positive of tonight. The offense looks great. And it's a godsend that team is hitting like they are all of a sudden because it's bailing out the pitching that is struggling in a big way at the moment. I want a first inning. It's really deflating when you go and get a 5-run lead and then within 2 innings give it back. It wasn't the only time tonight. They ended up on the right side of it. 3 mashed home runs there in the first inning. I've said it a lot since he's been back. Carlos Correa looks rejuvenated. He looks like peak Carlos Correa to me. He still is in peak age range to where he can be the best hitter that we've seen at the big league level. That's still for his, his career. It's still very plausible. And he's performed like that since he's been back. He's been tremendous. Big home run there for him. Great to see Jesus Sanchez bop one over the wall like he did. I mean, absolutely smashed that thing. And a guy that was a hero last night that always seems to come through for this baseball team when they need him, Victor Caratini with a blast of his own. Of course, later in the game, I'll give my praise to him because, well, I often dog the man because overall this season it's been trash in terms of what you've gotten out of him at the plate in terms of consistency. But Christian Walker, they're late with that big 2-run home run to make it a 9-7 game. Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Big swing of the bat. They've gotten every time that they've needed a big swing in these 3 games in this series, they've gotten it. And it couldn't come at a better time after being so, horrific last weekend against Baltimore and then into the Detroit series as well. I shouldn't say into the entire Detroit series. But this doesn't look like a team that got shut out 4 times in 5 days and 3 in a row. This looks like a scary team at the plate. Now, if they could just get some pitching to match it, maybe instead of winning these games, 9-8, I'll take a 9-3. Get me back to a 9-4. Okay, 9-2, why not? But again, that gets back to the pitching staff. That day off on Monday will be huge, and they'll come back home. And look, they got a very, very lick your lips type of homestand coming up. Colorado, the Angels for 4, and the Yankees, who are absolutely falling apart this weekend against Boston. Just have to hope that pitching gets right. And some guys in that rotation figure some things out. Now, to tomorrow's baseball game. They need a big sweep. Can they get the big sweep? We'll talk about it here in a brief second. Locked On Astros Postcast. You know what they probably got themselves full of as well? 5-Hour Energy. Time to fuel up and turn it up with 5-Hour Energy Transfusion. The grape, ginger, and lime flavored shot brings the iconic taste of a golf course favorite to a non-alcoholic boost. Perfect for sinking birdies or making great memories with friends. It's a hole-in-one for your energy game. Whether you're out on the course or just need a little extra push to power you through your day, 5-Hour Energy Transfusion delivers the clubhouse flavor you love without ever leaving the green. Look, I've been out there plenty. I love to golf. When you get deep into it, you want to push that thing to 36 holes, guess what? You need some little extra boost. Why not? That 5-Hour Energy. Golf is all about good times and good people and good flavors. The grape ginger lime flavor of 5-Hour Energy Transfusion gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without leaving the course to chase down the Bev card. Now you can amp up the fun even more. Buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for two to any golf tournament in the USA. Tee up that trip. Visit 5hewin.com for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters tournament. Ends October 31, 2025. Always a good night when you can come into a show and you talk about a victory. Even if it stresses you out a little bit, even if the pitching staff doesn't do, good things consistently, wins are wins, baby. And the Astros get the win tonight over the Baltimore Orioles 9-8. Excuse me. Last night was 10-7, right? Yeah. Am I thinking right here? I slept since yesterday. I also got up super early this morning, so cut me some slack. It was 10-7 yesterday. 10-7 yesterday was the final. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I don't know why I was doubting all of a sudden. So that's a lot. Look, that's a lot of runs scored in this game for a team that could not score literally any runs before. 9 more of them tonight. 72 and 58 now on the season. The question from this one, the biggest and toughest question maybe to answer is, who is?
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Now, there's a lot of candidates tonight. A lot of guys hit a lot of important home runs. And it doesn't pain me to do this. Don't get it twisted. You might think of me as the number one hater in this player's fan club. Or as the Dave Chappelle, the Dave Chappelle show, I should say. The player hater's ball, I would be the player hater of this man overall. But tonight, we're going to give it to Christian Walker. Look, the man plays tremendous first base. There's no denying that at all. I just want more consistency. He has been hitting with a lot more power of late, which has been good. He's getting some big shots. He still strikes out a little too much in big clutch situations for my liking. Sometimes I just need him to put the ball in play. But mashed a big home run tonight. One of many big home runs for the Astros tonight. His 19th of the season. What turned out to be the decisive blow for the Astros in the victory tonight. So congratulations to Christian Walker, player of the game. Now tomorrow, one more time in Baltimore. Like I mentioned earlier, Spencer Arrighetti will go for the Astros. Can he please show up? That'd be great. They need 6 out of him, in the worst way possible. Tomorrow he's going to go up against Trevor Rogers for Baltimore, who has some pretty tremendous numbers this season in 12 starts. 72 or 76 and a third innings pitched. He's allowed just 12 earned runs so far this year. He got an ERA at 1.41, 67 strikeouts on the year as well. WHIP at 0.8. So he's put up some numbers this year. He's coming off of brilliant. He's been absolutely, just go run through his game log real quick of late. This is going to be a tough one for the Astros to pull off tomorrow. His game log in the month of August: 7 innings, 1 run; 7 innings, 1 run; 6 innings, 1 run; 8 innings, 1 run. And if you even went back into July, it was 7-1, 6-2, 6 2/3 1, 6 2/3 0. His shortest start this year was his second one, where he gave up 3 and 2 1/3. He's been money for Baltimore this year. So hopefully the Astros can break that trend. These hot bats can continue what they've been doing and beat up on him tomorrow. Of course, when the game ends tomorrow, it is by the way, a 12:35 first pitch tomorrow in the finale for that one. As soon as the game wraps up, we'll be live right here for the Locked On Astros Postcast here on this exact same channel or wherever you're getting your podcast. Make sure you join us live on YouTube like a lot of you have tonight. I appreciate you stopping by. Have a great rest of your Saturday night. Soak in another win. We'll talk after a sweep of the Orioles on Sunday. Locked On Astros.